Brewe's always early, it seems. That's why he's so good to follow. You can usually get better entries on his plays than he does. That, and he has to tell everyone about what he's doing, right? If RC actually did this exactly on OPEX, which we know we did on purpose, then GME is 100% going to 250. Okay. That's more bullish than I'm willing to be. If it does, awesome. I mean, I'll have calls, right? GME equals inverse 1.5x SPY ETF today. There's 6x, depending on the time of day. I sold my 819 150s for a modest 10% gain before close. You're all welcome for the after hours run. October 200s. Okay, let's wrap this shit up. What did I miss? Nothing. Except Tesla puts. But I'm assuming you're still in the early stages of your degeneracy and can only play Tesla at the end of the week. So what's the consensus about why we're not dropping before this OPEX? Just the illiquidity, or is there something else? Dun dun dun. No, it's most likely due to the illiquidity. All right, so GME kind of just flat like a shitty pancake. Up 1% on the day, I guess, if that's relevant. Closing above 130 was nice. Few calls there in the money, not a ton, but a few. Call pressure pretty weak. Looked like they internalized into the end of the day. So eating up that active fund sell pressure through this period of time. No real, like a negligible effect for CNS. So, it looks like any FTDs are probably netted off during this period. Our volume pretty low, 1.82 million on the day. Where does this put us in the bigger picture? Good question. I'm glad you asked. If I can find it. Let's go down to the 1 hour. So rising up a little bit, finding some support at 126, but we've been finding support at 126 this entire time. The real problem here is this upper trend is very hard for us to cross. Call interest really dies down after the 130 mark and doesn't pick back up again until 150. So, even if we were to cross 130 on some strong volume, it's not gonna, there's nowhere for us to accelerate right now. And until that call volume comes in further out, probably at the end of this week into next week, we're kind of range bound by that upper resistance. Now, at the same time, we have a really strong floor here at 126. So unless we see a consistent, dedicated move down in the market, the way I see it, liquidity playing out right now, I think we're going to stay kind of flat. But the cost to borrow is rising and rising rapidly, especially given the low amount of volume we traded today. So that's very bullish sign. That means utilization is going up immediately after XRT's thresholding. So that's exciting moving into next week. We've only seen cost to borrow rise as we enter an OPEX period. I think we're seeing that again, and that's very good. Anyway, as far as the SPY goes, little bit of price action to the upside today, then ultimately failed to hold any type of improvement. Just kind of retesting the high from this morning, still closing lower on the day than it dropped in pre-market there. Futures continue to look bad. Dollar's still climbing. VIX will probably start rising if this price action continues into CPI, and some of this could be an advanced pricing of inflation data. Remember that this could be the market realizing expectations from CPI in advance. But you know, we don't know how bad CPI is going to come in. It could still come in worse. It could still come in significantly worse. And then also SLD into the end of this week. So, you know, we can continue to see this market decline not only into Wednesday, but after Wednesday as well, as those deposits are made to FINRA and assets are sold off. That will likely lead to some repositioning in the market Friday, which means that historically the market's more likely to move up into the beginning of next week before any economic data comes in. So that's a good sign. But yeah, I think we need some sustained downward pressure from active funds for, you know, like an entire trading session for us to really see a significant short on GME. If we do, it'll be brief. I don't think we'll stay at those lower levels for very long. So keep your eyes open. Thank you all for tuning in. What's going on? Spy doing weird shit in after hours. Climbing up. Kind of meh. Yeah, not too impressed with the little climb. It's a jump, but it's not crazy, right? It closed at what? 384.33. It's up 50 cents. I mean, GME not really following suit, right? Yeah. Nothing too impressive there. Yeah, so that's not like a big deal. Anyway, yep. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.